Hey guys, welcome to part 2 of 5 games you can get the platinum for in one day. The first game on the list is Sea of Solitude. This should take you about 5 to 6 hours and is rated as a 2 out of 10. Personally, it took me about 9 hours. It's a really fun game. There's quite a few collectibles in the game which you have to kind of keep an eye out for. You could use the guide if you want to get through it a lot quicker. The visual style of the game is really beautiful and very nice to look at. Very good game to play. Next up is a very popular title, Little Nightmares 2. This should take you about 6 to 10 hours and again is ranked about 2-3 out of 10. It took me 7 hours. I really like this game. I really enjoyed the visuals of the game a lot. It was very nice to look at, very moody and definitely a fun game to play. Number 3 is a game called Inked. I kind of found this whilst randomly going through the PlayStation store and I like the look of it and I'm really glad I got it. It should take you about 5 to 6 hours and again 2 out of 10. None of the games on this list are difficult, but this is a really fun one. Lots of puzzles to work out and I think there's 4 or 5 different regions in the game you go through and they have a different kind of color scheme and you have a different tool set to use to get through the puzzles, but I really enjoyed it. It's kind of got the style of being a game that's kind of drawn on paper, so it looks really good and a very fun, peaceful game to play. Next game is Stray, which came out this year and I know is very popular, particularly with trophy hunters. This game is like a 2 out of 10, can take you about 6 to 9 hours. It took me about 12 hours in total. There are 2 playthroughs, the second of which is a speed run, but you shouldn't have any stress with that. I got it done in my first kind of run of trying it. It's a really good game. Once again, visually very nice to look at, very fun and quite a charming game playing as a cat. They got the mechanics really well. You really do feel like you are a cat going through this kind of futuristic world, so definitely one to pick up. Last on my list, and possibly my favorite of all the games I've gone through, is Deliver Us the Moon. This is a game that is rated about 2 out of 10, should take you 5 to 6 hours, which is really correct because it took me about 5.5. This is a really fun game, really well made. It's very short, but each chapter kind of feels quite unique. You're set in space and everything you could kind of expect to do in space, you do. There's some really good moments where you're going through the spaceship in zero gravity, so you're kind of floating around and the controls are done really well. There's a part where you go onto the moon surface in a rover and kind of drive around. There's a part where you're floating around in space and again, the controls handle really well, the graphics are really good. It's a really fun game. One thing to note, it only takes 1 playthrough, but there is 1 trophy that takes about 30 minutes where you don't really have to do anything, but just as a FYI. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video and enjoyed the games that I presented. These are really good games if you want to kind of up your platinum numbers, or if you're a bit drained or burnt out from playing a really big grindy game and you just want a chilled out, relaxed game. These are really fun to play, really charming, not very taxing. So yeah, check these games out, and if you enjoyed this video and took something from it, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this about getting a platinum trophy and all things PlayStation, please hit the subscribe button. That would be awesome. Take care.